I'm Justin.
I'm Travis.
Welcome to
To
Wrestling
Wrestling
Junkie.
Junkie.
Alright, so today we have our Crown Jewel 2022 predictions video. Um, Card should be set. Hopefully, the event still happens. Obviously, with all the stuff going on, there's been talks about it might not even happening. But yeah, hopefully, it, like I said, continues and our predictions can come true. But yeah, like I said, looks like a good card. I'm ready for it. What are your thoughts about it so far?
Yeah, I mean the card looks really good. It's going to be 4 championships on the line. It's also going to be 4 non-championship matches, including a steel cage match, last woman standing match, 6-man tag. So it should be a pretty interesting card for sure.
Yeah, get into it with our first match. We had the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus the Judgment Day with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley at ringside. Now for this feud's been ever since the OC came back. I think it might be 2-0 to the Judgment Day in like singles matches, but I think I'm gonna go with OC here to get the big win here. Yeah, I think they kind of need a win to bring their dominance back and maybe go on to start feuding with our tag team belts.
AJ Styles. I'm pretty sure I said it before in here, but he's literally one of my favorites. I think he's like pretty much like the GOAT right now, like top 5 like wrestlers in WWE. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the OC as well, and yeah, I think this will be like a really interesting match. I'm curious to see where this goes after this match.
Yeah. Yeah. And going to our next match, we have Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Now this fight, I'm surprised it's not like a no DQ match or like some type of stipulation match or Extreme Rules, whatever. But yeah, Brock coming back for the big paydays as he does. I think Brock's gonna get this one. And maybe this sets up another match at a Survivor Series in the end of the month. But yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Brock as well. I kind of feel pretty much the exact same way as you. I wish it was like a little bit more to the match. I wish this was the steel cage match actually. If they would have swapped those roles, put Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross in the singles match, and then Brock and Bobby in the steel cage, I think that would have been better for me at least. I'm sure there's people that love Drew and Karrion Kross that love that they're in the steel cage match too, though. So I guess it goes both ways.
Yeah. Speaking of that, but you're going Brock, right?
Yeah, Brock.
All right. So for our next match, we have Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in the steel cage match. Now with this match, obviously at Extreme Rules, we had the strap match, which Karrion Kross won with the help of Scarlett. Now this is a feud that I think Triple H has been trying to brew up to be like the first big feud since in his supremacy or in his new regime. So I do think Drew's gonna win this one to set up the third match at whatever pay-per-view, either Survivor Series or either Royal Rumble maybe. But I think they'll both be actually in the Royal Rumble match itself. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew to take the win here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Drew as well. Karrion Kross is kind of like a newer person, so I'm not like very familiar with him. And since he's new, I don't think they'll let him win over Drew because he kind of has like a lot of momentum right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go Drew as well.
Yeah, and from 2 big men matches to another big man match, we have Braun Strowman versus Omos, regular match. This one, I think Omos is gonna win this one, mainly because he hasn't really done much besides squash matches on Raw. He's been going to SmackDown to interfere with Braun's matches, but I think this one Omos probably should win just because he hasn't really had a big moment since winning the tag team belts with AJ Styles. So yeah, I think Omos should get the win here.
Yeah, I agree with you that he should win, but I'm gonna go with Strowman because that's who I think will win. But I do agree that Omos probably should win because he needs something at this point. He looked pretty strong at Money in the Bank. He had like a couple moments where he like kind of like overpowered everybody, but everybody like teamed up on him. Yeah. And ever since then, he really been losing since Money in the Bank, really. So yeah, I'd like to see him get a win, but I do think Braun's gonna win.
Yeah, and then for our next match, we have potential match of the night. We have Bianca versus Bayley for the Raw Women's title in a last woman standing match. Like I said, this could be match of the night, and I wouldn't be surprised. For this, I think we're going to see a title change, and Bayley's going to pull out the win here. Whether that be with the help of Damage Control or not. But yeah, I think Bayley's going to take the belt home.
Yeah, I think Bayley's gonna win as well. I am a big fan of Bianca. I wouldn't mind if she did retain, obviously, but yeah, I mean Bayley. I mean she's been a fan favorite for like a very long time. She made her return at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and yeah, ever since then, you know, people kind of been looking forward to this match right here. Like they've been waiting for like that one really good match between them two, and I think this will be that. And I agree with you as well that this is probably match of the night. There's one or two others that like maybe could compete with it, but I think this is like the one that I would pick for match of the night.
Yeah. And as mentioned, we have the Raw or the women's tag team champions. We have Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Control. Now for this one, it's weird because this past week on Raw, Asuka and Alexa Bliss just won them back, which makes me think that they're gonna. It would be out of. I don't know. It makes if they were to lose here, it would just kind of go back down the whole of the women's titles, not really, or the tag team women's titles not meaning much. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Alexa and Asuka to keep the belts here.
I'm gonna go with Damage Control actually. And one of the reasons why is because I think they're trying to like set up something where like Bayley's the Raw Women's Champion, and then Damage Control is the tag team, and then they're all a team together too as well. So I do think that Bayley's gonna win the belt, and then Damage Control is gonna win the tag team. But Asuka is literally my favorite women's wrestler in the company right now. So if she does win, I've said this before in other matches, but I wouldn't mind it whatsoever. She's my favorite. But for a prediction, I will go Damage Control.
Yeah. And going from the women's tag team to the men's tag team, we have the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch. Now, as much as I would like for the Brawling Brutes to win, I'm a big fan of Pete Dunne. I think most people are. I do think the Usos are going to come out winning. Yeah, I think this will be a good match nonetheless. But yeah, I think Usos are probably gonna win this one clean.
Yeah, but I think the Usos are gonna win it as well. I just don't see them taking the belts off of them, especially with the next match that's gonna happen. I think they're doing kind of like the same thing, like I said with Bayley and Damage Control. They kind of want them to like, you know, hold everything down, and then they're kind of like running the company basically. Like these are like some of the most fan favorites. Like everyone loves the Usos, whether heel or babyface. Like everyone still loves them either way. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Usos.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, and now we have the main event: Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul for the undisputed Universal Champion. Now, I think it's obvious that Roman will win this one, but knowing there's a chance, there's like a small chance that Logan can win this match, makes me excited for it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman. I think there's no way they let Logan win this.
I'm gonna go swinging it, and I might miss the ball on this one like completely. But I think Logan is gonna win. But I think Theory cashes in on Logan, and then he wins it. And I think that's their way to like get Roman out of the belt. But yeah, it's a hard one because like obviously like Roman's like the easy choice. Like if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Roman, obviously. Yeah. But I think just something that I just want to see. I would love to see Logan win in like some funny way, or like the Usos like do something that costs Roman maybe, or whatever it might be. I would love to see that. I think it'd be hilarious. But yeah, if Logan does win, I do think he loses it immediately to Theory. But yeah, obviously if Roman wins, I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yeah, I think this match is either gonna be a squash match and Roman's just gonna easily win it, or somehow obviously Sami Zayn won't be at over there, but you also saw the Usos and Sikoa. But there's also rumors that Jake Paul might be there for Logan, which I don't think is gonna happen. But if it does, then maybe that could be one of the reasons why we see or that's how Logan may win. Maybe Jake wins or Jake helps him win, and you never know. Maybe that sets up Jake and Logan versus the Usos, and we have the Paul brothers running wild in WWE. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman.
Yeah, I kind of do agree with you. Like to make another point about that is like if Jake does come out, that'd be kind of crazy since he just had his fight with Anderson Silva and it was like a slugfest. They both were pretty beat up after that match. So if he comes and then does something like this, that'd be like incredible of him. Honestly, like that'd be pretty cool. But I kind of don't expect him to be that after that.
Yeah,
it was a pretty rough match for him, and I mean he won, but yeah,
his face looked a little beat up. But yeah, getting back to wrestling, that's the entire card. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be Saturday. Should be tomorrow by the time this video goes up. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm ready for it. And hopefully we have a lot of good matches. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, pretty much just I think it's gonna be very good. It's coming on at like an awkward time if y'all don't know. So be ready. If you sleep in late or something, don't, cause you're gonna miss it. But yeah, it'll be a great event. It usually is. Triple H hasn't let us down yet. But yeah, I think that's about it. Please like the video, subscribe, comment down your predictions, and yeah, catch you guys next time.